Hi everyone, the review today is about the Mentra.Live, and they own their name. I can tell you, the live part is not a mistake or a spell check error. The company is founded by Cadence Pierce and Alex Israelov. They've got together, they're geeks and hackers on creating their own AI glasses forever, and they've come together and created the Mentra OS. I knew it as Augment OS at the beginning, and it was a platform for creating applications for multiple AR AI glasses, and it's awesome. They merged that into the company Mentra OS, and they created their own hardware, which is just an AI glasses that does very interesting features. One of them is the live stream, the other one is a chatbot, an AI chatbot, which is regular, it can take pictures, and it can take notes. It's transcribing everything that's happening in your life, organizing it for you, and creating summary out of it. I'm going to explain all of this, get into the detail, follow the review. Excited for today. We have the Mentra.Live, and I'm going to start recording from this, and hopefully it will take less than 10 minutes. Because I have the recording max to set to 10 minutes. So let's do this in less than 10 minutes. So where we left off with the what do you call it? The unboxing. It's what we have. So we have a charging case, really good quality charging case. I can show you that more here. That's the charging case. It's very sturdy, it's very solid, can't break that. And it is really good quality. So excited about the charging case. The glasses themselves, here they are. Normal speakers here. The cameras, you see it. I see one here on the right, and I see the light on the left. There's also a little light under somewhere here. Then you have a button here on the right to take pictures and record, and the button on the left to turn on and turn off the device. You can also assign the right button, which is now assigned to the camera. You can assign it to other apps. For example, live streaming could be one of them. So in terms of hardware quality and features, so they're really light. That's amazing. They're 43 grams. They're not the lightest. Lightest is still the Event Reality. That's 37 grams. But it is light. You can wear them all day. It doesn't bother you. You don't feel any weight. Even I feel them. Yeah, it's very comfortable, and you can wear them all day without an issue, which is really, really great. One of the medium thing is the quality of the camera, and the quality of the audio is okay. It works. It's good. I'll say it's good. I like the one from Meta. It's better. The Rocket camera also is better. So there's other ones that have better camera and better audio. But in terms of taking a call, listening to an AI, listening to an audiobook, listening to general music when you're doing sport or things like that, works perfectly. It's totally satisfactory, and I was fine with that. So that's for the audio and video, and the battery life is pretty good. I would say if you're just in the video and picture, you're good for the day. If you're running the AI apps or the live streaming, you'll need this little cable that comes with it. So they give that little cable, and you attach it in the back like this, and you can add a battery pack to it. So that's a way of charging it if you want to have like those as a camera glasses that run all day. So the live streaming, like if you're a live streamer, I don't know what's the name of it now today, you'll need that little cable. So the cable, the case, and the glasses, pretty much what was the hardware on this. So now let's move on to the software, which is I think the most exciting part for me on this technology, and I'm going to try to make it quick. So let's show you this. There we go. So the app is pretty well done, and you find it on the store. It's called the Mentra OS app. Let me reduce this app. So it's multitasking. You can connect multiple apps. You can run multiple apps. It will run in the background, and that's an amazing feature of that OS. Is that, for example, they all get like the audio stream. So it's not like one app that gets unlocked the microphone. The Android app here, the Mentra OS, will capture the audio and then distribute it to all the little apps running in the background. So you have a catalog of apps. Frustratingly, most of them don't work because they require a display. So it will tell you that the app is incompatible because those don't have a display. I think it would be better to just, based on the app you have installed and connected, it would just display the app you want. But that's, there's not that many apps available yet. It's still young. I have to say they're really active. The apps UI change all the time. They're really proactive in creating new apps and very creative apps. So they're not doing the typical apps you would find on those things, which is maps and directions, and also actually they have the teleprompter. Well, the teleprompter doesn't work; it needs a display. But you don't have like the three apps that are interesting to me in there. Well, they have the translation. I'm going to show you that one, which is a typical app you have in most of those glasses. So this one works really well, and it's okay. I should switch it so I'm talking English and translating French. What I like with this one is all the choices of languages that they have. So that's a lot of languages. It's the model they use behind it has a lot of languages, and the quality is okay. It's probably, if you're traveling and trying to get around, it's going to be totally fine. If you're having a really deep technical conversations or somebody that talks slang, it will be a little bit more tougher. So I'm going to reduce that one. And you see here I have all the running apps. So all those apps are continuously running. So that's still going. And you can see it's still, it's still going as I'm switching. So the next app I'm going to go to is the AI app. So they have this app for a simple AI. You ask questions. So it's basically a chat, and you invoke it in the glasses by Mentra. Interestingly, the first thing that the AI does is taking a picture. So it takes the pictures and give context to what's happening. And then the AI can either, if you say nothing, it will just describe the picture and what's happening, or if you ask a question about what's inside the picture, it will use it. Or you can just have a generic question that has nothing, and it will just discard the picture. So that's the AI app, which is probably decent. Another really cool app, hopefully, no, it's not working today. I'll get back to why those are not working. Actually, I'll share it now. From their Discord, they're having too much unexpected success, and unexpected high number of people using the glasses and activating them, meaning that they cannot ramp up server fast enough. So the live stream is awesome. You can configure your YouTube with your passkey and Instagram and Twitch, and there's a couple of other ones. So those are, and I tested with a custom one. So you can set up a custom server. If you have your own streaming server, you can connect to it. It works well. It's fun, and it uses a lot of batteries. I didn't do that and tested it when my phone was on mobile data. I was still in the Wi-Fi range, and the quality was good. It's 720 stream, and there's a lag, but that's all stream I've seen. One thing that was happening with the Instagram is that regularly the glasses were stopping, like this little light was stopping, and I could hear it stop, and then it will start again. I didn't remember if it created a lag or an interruption on the stream. It probably did. It was short, so it's probably not a problem. But it was a thing. So that's one of those features of those glasses. You can live stream, which is awesome. Out of the box, most of the other glasses, it's just a pain to find a way to live stream, and they don't have apps for that yet. So this one is awesome for this, and it's really a lot of fun. The other really cool app I'm going to show you right now, it's the note-taking app. So, it can't work. Yes. So this one, I really like it, and I think it's one of the main features of this technology, and a lot of those, like the pendant and all those things. But adding pictures as context, I mean, the note doesn't do that. I saw it in the source code that you can attach pictures to the notes, but I didn't see it in the app yet. So maybe for the future. But for now, what it's doing, it's actually capturing the audio of the glasses or the audio directly from the phone, and creating live transcriptions of everything that's happening. So the people you're talking to, let me go to this one, March 26th. So the people you're talking to and the conversations you're having with everyone. Do I have that? Live stream, emerging techniques. Yes, that was the one. Yes. Okay, so let me show you something. So I was at, so it works really well. If you're one-on-one, it will grasp most of what the other person is saying. And so you'll have the two speaker working, and it will transcribe that and keep that as a note. If you're having a conversation with a very noisy environment, which that's what happened to me when I was at that networking event. And was it March? I think, yeah, 8 p.m. So I was at a networking event, and you see all the transcriptions. This is all the conversation I was having with the people I was meeting them. And I was talking about Gaussian slabs, which is technology that I'm interested in, and having all conversation with everyone on this. So it creates all that transcriptions. It was very noisy. It was in a restaurant. People had to speak really loud. It was mostly transcribing my voice. I had a really hard time getting the other people that were talking with me because of the ambient noise. So, but with that said, if I go in my notes and ask him after to create like a transcription, like a summary of all those conversations, and he did this really good summary of the conversation I had, and even if it was just one from my voice, and he was gathering a little bit of pieces from other people, I got a summary of most of what I needed to remember from that session. So that was awesome. That was a great experience. I was able also to use the glasses to take video and picture at the same time. So they were really like transparent and fluid to be able to do that. So I love that app, and I think it's awesome. Those type of contextual, between taking a picture, understanding the context, and gathering all the audio of what's happening, those kind of like memory system of AIs are really going to be very interesting in the future, and I think they're owning it here. One thing I want to say too is this is very uncanny. I'm walking around, there's no lights when it's recording from the AI notes. So nobody knows that I'm actually recording all the conversations. And that's very uncanny. It can probably have legality issues in some countries, so probably be very careful with this. Now, with that said, and why I'm not screaming about it, probably if it was Meta doing that, I would be screaming right now. But that is Mentra. And one of the core things of Mentra, and that's the last one I want to get into this review, one of the core things of Mentra is open source. So that Note app I showed you, it's an open source app. And I can host it on my own servers. I can connect it to my own LLMs. And I can get all those data into a very secured, private way that I can guarantee to people that what's happening in those conversations will stay with me. And I think that can potentially work, knowing that you're sovereign of all those information and you're doing an agreement with someone and those information. It's still borderline, it's still uncanny, but I think in the future it's something that everybody will have, and I'd rather have it into my own terms and how I would keep those data for myself versus being able to and unable to control all that data and who's using that data for what. Here, I know it will be mine, and that's the next video I'll do. I'll clone that app, and I'll validate that I can actually run that on my own server, and I can have my own note-taking app real time, and being able to be sovereign with all the data that I'm gathering and be responsible for that for myself. So that will be the next video. It will be more developer-oriented for people that are really interested into getting into coding for Mentra OS. When I say it's open source, not just the apps that I showed you are open source. I found them all on their GitHub, but the entire operating system to create apps is also open source. So that's also just mind-blowing how open this company is in terms of the software. Yeah, that's all I think for this review. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover.